trying to do with this one's pretty touchy, and I'd like for him to go forward around this pole and look where he's going. I'm only going to use this stick like it was my legs, so I can only touch him in the belly. But this stops me from jerking his face when he decides to leave the circle, because he's pulling on himself and he's real worried about things. Belly. We've done a lot of flagging and a lot of rubbing, so it ain't like we've never touched him. But I'd like for him to go forward and keep himself straight. All I'm using this for is so that I don't bump him, he bumps himself, and that's perfect. I want him to look at me when he goes around. That's what I want. And with this particular horse, if he goes around there walking, that makes me smile, because he worries about everything. This is another example of a horse that sees everything, hears everything, and smells everything all at the same time. I think he has a touch of sensory overload. And all I want him to do is relax. Just do that. I want him to look at me and go around. And I'll touch his belly. That's what I want, right there. Now I'm going to change direction. And every time he bumps that rope, he's doing it to himself. I'm not pumping him. He's not getting his head ripped on. And you want him about halfway past this pole. And I didn't invent this. A friend of mine named Brett Davis uses this all the time for more advanced stuff, but it works real good when I have a horse that won't look at me and wants to run off. So we go around here until he looks at me, then I'll change direction. So Brett, I'd like to say thank you for helping me out. Forward, he doesn't get to stop. Same rules apply. And you see when he bumped into that, how he swung his hindquarters? I'd like for him to go straight. There, like that, like that, like that. And you can see we're not ripping on him, and we're not forcing him. The only thing I'm doing is if he comes in, I'm going to put my leg on his rib cage. Now I'm going to turn him and see if he runs off. Now I'll put him a leg in the belly, leg yield him out. There. Licking and chewing. He understands. We're looking for those moments of understanding. Good, good boy. And this little horse here, he's just worried about everything. I think he's a 4 or a 5. He ain't had a lot of handling. And we're trying to get him to a place where he could go into I think an endurance program. That's a good boy. Now I'm going to turn him and see if he runs off. It's not a speedy bit, so I don't have to do a rollback here. What I'd like for him to do is just follow that feel and relax. If he starts falling towards the pole, I'll put an inside leg on him and leg yield him out. And we'll get that to where we can fix him without it causing him a whole bunch of anxiety, and he doesn't jerk on us. I keep trying to get that stick about where my feet would go, and he has to go forward. Every time he falls in, I'll reach up there and put a leg on his belly. And I'm going to keep doing this side till he walks. It'll take a minute because I want him to be relaxed. He doesn't get to change directions. He doesn't get to dictate direction or speed. We don't have any speed control on him, but we definitely have left and right. And this little single pole right here is not the place to just beat on him. We're trying to help him by letting him work it out himself. There's a walk. I'm going to turn him. Doesn't have to be forever. He has an engine the size of a Maserati. If he's going slow and relaxed, my stick's behind me. I'm not threatening him. Now I'm going to turn him again. Get those down. That's how you're going to stay safe. And if you'll notice, I've always got the spoke pointing towards my belly. And I'm following his hindquarters. Good boy. Now we're going to turn him again. Take off one turn, ask him, go this way, take your turn. So Brett Davis, thank you. You've helped me a bunch. This deal here has become a very important part of my program to help fix these troubled horses. Thank you, sir. Does that make a difference, Shelby?
Yeah, it looks real nice.